done! G'day, welcome to the channel. My family and I love building and testing some of the coolest setups around. From old classics, modern day dual cabs, and everything else in between. So come along and join the family. I'm Graham Harris, Four Wheel Drive Adventures. G'day guys and girls, and welcome back to the channel. Hope you like the new intro. Today we're going to put a bash plate on a little Mahindra. Picked myself up a bash plate, and they're a steel bash plate, not a stainless one, but just pure steel. They do look a little thin, but being steel, I reckon it's going to take a fair bit of punishment compared to a little old tin one. And we'll jump under there and see how he bolts up, and I'll run you through it, and so if you get one, you can chuck him on yourself maybe. Right, give it a go. So it does come with these little packet of bolts and instructions and a sticker. Make sure it's certified. And this looks pretty self-explanatory. Put under the front, put bolts in it. I'm sure we can manage that. Righto, so spanners you'll need to put all these nuts and bolts in. Crikey! Close. Must think it's a 10mm, getting lost all the time. Yeah, but you go on there, they're just a 16mm socket and ratchet. Simple. And we're going to Loctite them on there so they don't come off bouncing around the bush. So Miss is over in the shed trying to find some of that. Found it, stop looking. Hello, Dozer Dog. Ah, how you been? Been a good boy? You're biting me again. You're biting me again. God damn it. Right, go away. Got some? Righto, got some, what is it? Okay.
It's high strength, unfortunately.
High strength. Well, it's not coming off. Not in a hurry anyway. Righto. First one you got to do is these two here. And they form part of your bracket for your winch cradle. So he goes right across here, so we'll have to take all four of these off, but they line up with these two here. We don't have to take all four off, we're only unbolting that bit. We can leave that on. I'm assuming it goes over the top of this and not under it. Alright, we'll get them ones out. I'm going to sit you there. You got nuts inside you? You probably have. Excellent. Okay, next one you got to do. We've got the front two in up there. These holes here, I'm assuming these fellas just here, will line up with these two bolts here. That's all part of your side rail adapter that goes across for your. That's just literally a cross brace across the chassis. It's not bolted onto anything else bar the chassis, which is in the side rail, so that must be part of the whole side rail setup. It is only a plate that comes back and covers the well, part of the gearbox. It doesn't do any of the transfer case or anything, which maybe we could get something made up to go from this one up to this one and cover that transfer case, but it's sort of got to duck down and under him. Anyway, we'll get these two in and see how we go. Right, Brookie. Well, where'd that spanner go, mate?
On top.
On top, there he is. Right. You use him and I'll put the spanner on him.
Good?
Yep. Make sure he's on there. Right. Oh no! GoPro fell over. Right, up we go. Let's see where these line up. You got those extra long bolts there, miss, for these ones or not?
Only come with 2 extra longs.
How much longer were they?
Very.
Yep. Right, no worries, we'll put them ones in. Right, Rocky, last bolt, do him up. Swing on him. Right. Ouch. Righto. So all we used was a little trolley jack, speed him under there, and that holds him up. With the help of young Brocky and Mum. Those 2 bolts there, he just goes in. It covers a fair bit. It does cover a fair bit. I'll jump under the back here. We usually use the hoist, but apart from the Colorado being on the road, we've had a heap of rain here. Shed's filled up with water, and we've got the old rooftop tents still sitting in the road when it come off the back of the Colorado, so 5-second job wasn't too bad. But I'll show you under the... Ooh, oh dear. Ouch. So these bolts here just all do up and hold the back of the plate up. Got a hole in there for his oil changes. There's a bit of flex in him. Not sure whether that's going to worry it too much, but the biggest thing you're covering all these lines up here, the thing I don't like is they rattle like anything, those bloody things, eh? So I'm going to have to get some tubing and separate them. They're all your ABS lines and stuff like that. They're just constantly making a rattle under this bloody vehicle like that, so don't like that idea very much. So we're going to have to try and brace all them because they're rattling and rubbing on each other and stuff like that, and when you get any rubbing and rattling like that, they'll bound to wear through. So we'll get in there and try and separate them somehow, put a bit of conduit around them or something to brace them up anyway. But yeah, so bash plate's in. Now go see what it does. Where's our bridge, miss?
Over there somewhere.
Over there under the water.
Yeah. Definitely come up pretty deep.
We'll give this a go.
How about not?
A bit of water.
Does be definitely a bit wet.
I'm going to turn around here. What's on your side?
Mud and grass.
Don't
you should
bog
definitely
us.
come up through there. You're the one who bog us, you're driving. Yeah, so there's all water here.
Definitely
it
not a
looks
bit of water.
slippery.
Yeah, it's not too bad. It's got plenty of gravel under it. So far so good. Bash plate's not rattling, carrying on, which is a good thing. You don't want them vibrating on the floor, hitting anything. So made to fit really well. Yeah, it's hopefully it'll protect it a lot more, because we have noticed that front cross member getting a fair bit of impacts on it from mud and stuff like that. So any decent rock there's definitely going to do damage. How soft is this? We'll have a go. What about over here? No, still good.
It's all hard.
There, nice. It's good hitting a bit of the corrugation here and see there's no big rattles or bangs from underneath it. Working well, so job well done, Mahindra. For a couple of years I'll show you how the ESP works on these Mahindras, especially when you're sliding sideways, how it grabs you and keeps control of the vehicle, which it's designed to do, and see how well this one works too. Some of the others I've tried. So we'll approach this bit down here where it's a little bit loose, and we'll just throw the arse out, and that's the Mahindra catching it. I wasn't touching the brakes, I wasn't doing anything to it. That was the ESP cutting in. You hear it catch up, and where the vehicle starts sliding, it will catch it and stop it from going any further. It'll keep you on the straight and narrow, and we'll go back and I'll
Show the marks.
show you the marks of what it does and how it works if we don't get bogged turning around. We had about 200 mil of rain here, so it's
Over.
well over 200 mil.
Yeah,
222
222.
was it? So it's a good bit of rain. So you can see where it's come across here, where I drifted out. Right off the edge there. And it's just caught it. Same with them ones there. I think you can see them. But yeah, it just, when it goes over centre and starts to slide, it will catch it, drag it back. So you don't panic and carry on and big fistful of opposite lock and stuff like that. The vehicle does a lot of the work itself. And this here is tuned pretty well. Like, it come in nice and early, it wasn't too late, it let a bit of slip happen, but it come in, boom, caught it and dragged it back straight, which is another big tick. Well done, Mahindra, well done. Righto, we'll try the ABS out. Now, this is real greasy clay stuff, and you'll feel it through the pedal. As I hit it, that brace, stand on them, that flat to the floor with the brakes, and we're still going until it gets traction there. ABS isn't good in mud. I don't know whether you can turn this one off for the ABS. I don't know, but I do know that that foot was pressed hard into that brake pedal and didn't want to stop. We just still slide in the mud. I know without ABS you can lock it up and the tyres lock up and get a bit more traction, and you do stop in mud a hell of a lot better. But yeah, it's just sometimes you need to think when you're driving down country roads like this and got a lot of slippery stuff, that ABS won't save you very well. It's a bit slippery through here, miss. But you can feel that diff lock cutting in, especially on this stuff here. Just
You
nice
can actually see the little
traction
control.
Traction control symbol cutting in. That's flat to the floor, absolutely flat to the floor, and then she'll get it, and then she'll be right. So once again, I showed you in a previous couple of videos there a while ago where that traction control can sometimes annoy you. You want to get some revs, get some momentum up. You can certainly turn that one off with that button right there. Turn him off, and you won't have that sort of issue. You'll just get heaps of revs and heaps of wheel spin, and it'll get up there hell of a lot better than trying to. It's hampering your throttle. But so you get covered in mud.
Not as much as you.
Yeah. So far, so good with all this stuff. Well, that was interesting. Jump in. Righto, so once you've done a little bit of forward drive, I mean, we literally put it in low range there for a couple of seconds just to crawl up through that nice and steady. Make sure you stop after you've taken it out of forward drive, jam him in reverse, and just go back a little bit, and it just unbinds that transmission and the front end a bit, so the whole drivetrain just gets bound up slightly. It's just old school four-wheel drive stuff. But yeah, make sure you're just winding back a little bit, and then you're right to go. And, but
Mud again.
No, thanks for everyone that's been subscribing and join the channel. Big cheers to all of you guys. A lot more stuff coming up with this little Mahindra and the cruises and stuff like that. We're actually supposed to be going doing a track today with a big group of people, but we've had so much rain they've shut all the tracks off and we can't get through them, so we'll have to leave that for another day, unfortunately.
Can't even get up to them, they're flooded.
Yeah, can't even get to them, all the rivers are flooded and everything else. But so yeah, big shout out to everyone for joining. Thank you very much. It really does help us get out there and do more to show you guys what this thing's capable of, and a few of the other projects we build. So thank you very much, and cheers.